Well, I need to talk a little bit about drugs, a.k.a. prescription drugs, right? Now, there are some, a very small class of drugs that are very useful. We're talking about antibiotics. Antibiotics are legendary for killing bacterial diseases such as pneumonia, bacterial meningitis, things like bacterial pericarditis, where you get a bacterial infection in the sac holding the heart. And you can get septicemia, where you got bacteria floating around in your bloodstream. You have abscesses. Things like syphilis is killable in 2 weeks with antibiotics. Another bacterial disease, Lyme disease, is killable in 2 weeks with antibiotics. All other prescription drugs, the other 250,000 prescription drugs that are in the PDR, the physician's desk reference, treat symptoms. There's not a single drug other than antibiotics to cure anything. Now, most people don't realize that. All other drugs except antibiotics, all of them, do not cure any disease. They just deal with symptoms, okay? Now, this is one of the reasons why I like the approach of supporting the body's ability to heal itself. Your body wants to heal itself, but you got to give your genes, your DNA, your RNA, and the telomeres, little end caps in your chromosomes, what they need to maximize their genetic potential for longevity and health and fending off disease and strength and speed and making good decisions and so forth, right? Well, your genes, your DNA, your RNA, and your telomeres all require 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids. And doctors think in terms of 4 different food groups. It used to be the 7 food group pyramid, but it's too complicated for them, so they've flattened it out to the 4 food groups. And they say, oh, yeah, the 4 food groups are good for you. That's all they know. It should be a felony. It should be a felony with a minimum required jail term of, say, 6 months every time a doctor mentions the word nutrient, names a vitamin or mineral or amino acid or fatty acid, because they give such terrible misinformation. They cost millions and millions of lives a year. One class of drugs, they actually killed over 1 billion people in the last, 50 years when you take all the industrialized nations put together. We can talk about that in a minute. Well, I want you to get a hold of the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and, of course, the CD and the DVD, Dead Doctors Don't Lie. And then you want to get a hold of the DVD, Someone Should Go to Jail. That's my newest one. That actually follows up the DVD of Dead Doctors Don't Lie, Someone Should Go to Jail. And the newest CD, Public Enemy Number One. You know, they used to hang the picture of Public Enemy Number One on the post office wall, so everybody you go in to get your mail, you'd see these guys and gals. Well, today, you need to listen to the CD, Public Enemy Number One. We're talking about medical doctors because they kill more people every year than the Nazis did, okay? When you look at just one class of drugs they've used and changing people's diets, they've killed over 1 billion people. The Nazis only killed 5 million, okay? And so there's a problem here. Well, let's look at some of the diseases that they want you to believe are genetic or autoimmune. They want you to believe that lupus is an autoimmune disease when it's really just a simple disease of secondary malnutrition resulting in degeneration of connective tissue, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue. We're talking about muscles, skin, all kinds of stuff, immune system. Okay, but it's not an autoimmune disease. It's actually just malabsorption caused by a gluten intolerance. You get off of gluten, you get on the 90 essential nutrients, and lo and behold, you'll see the body will support and promote maintenance repair, even with lupus. Well, what about things like arthritis? Well, arthritis is kind of a close cousin to lupus, and again, it can be caused by nutritional deficiency secondary to gluten intolerance, where your intestines change. You don't do a very good job of absorbing nutrients such as calcium and magnesium and vitamin D and vitamin A and vitamin C and vitamin K and so forth, all the things you need, all 60 essential minerals. And so you got to get on a gluten-free diet, get rid of all the malabsorption problems, take the 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids, and support your body's desire to want to heal itself, right? And again, I urge you to get a hold of that book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, and, of course, the attending DVD, Someone Should Go to Jail, the attending CD, Public Enemy Number One, that's for epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, then Dead Doctors Don't Lie, the book, the CD, which has sold over 350 million copies. Also, it's in 9 languages, and the DVD, which is in many languages, in subtitles and so forth, and so that's available. And then Rare Earths Bin Cures, you need to get a hold of the book, Rare Earths Bin Cures, because it goes into detail of why we are deficient in nutrients. Okay, and Even the journal, Food Chemistry, says that our babies' formulas have 20% less than 20% of the mineral and vitamin nutrients they need for development, proper development. Less than 20%. Dog food has 100%. Chicken food has 100%. Laboratory rat food has 100%. Sheep, pig, cow, horse food has 100%. And your babies and grandbabies have less than 20%. And this is one of the many reasons why experts are saying that our children will be the first generation of Americans who do not live as long as their parents. I mean, this is a catastrophic prediction of biblical proportions. It's the similar sort of thing where the first born of all the Egyptians died because the Pharaoh wouldn't release the Hebrews, or the Great Flood. This is very similar. You think about it. Not your firstborn, but all children, okay, will be the first generation of children in America that do not live as long as their parents. This is very, very scary stuff. So contact your Youngevity associate today and ask for epigenetics. Dead doctors don't lie. Rare has been cures. Someone should go to jail. And public enemy number one. And we'll be back. The dead doctors don't lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
I thought we'd talk about diabetes today, as we have a CNN story headline, Diabetes cases have quadrupled in just over 3 decades. They say the potentially fatal disease whose risk can, in many cases, be prevented through lifestyle measures. The number of people living with potentially fatal disease has quadrupled since 1980 to more than 400 million, according to the World Health Organization. They say worldwide diabetes has killed 1.5 million in 2012 alone, with high blood glucose causing another 2.2 million deaths, according to the World Health Organization in their Global Diabetes Report. They say it's going to take a whole of government and whole of society approach is required to tackle the disease, which costs an estimated $827 billion, that's billion with a B, annually in patient care and medicine. This was all published in the journal Lancet. Say diabetes is a chronic disease caused by the body's failure to produce enough insulin to regulate blood glucose or blood sugar. And they say raised blood glucose can eventually damage the heart and blood vessels, eyes, kidneys, and nerves. Abnormally low blood glucose can cause seizures and loss of consciousness. Type 1 diabetes is not currently preventable, and sufferers require insulin to survive. And type 2 diabetes, which results from the body's ineffective use of insulin, is far more common and can be influenced by lifestyle as well as genetic and metabolic factors. Impaired glucose tolerance and impaired fasting glycemia are elevated glucose levels, which can result in an increase in the risk of heart attacks and strokes. They say additionally, pregnant women can develop gestational diabetes. And they say, why is diabetes on the rise? According to the World Health Organization, they say between 1980 and 2014, the percentage of adults with diabetes increased from 4.7% of the global population to 8.7%. From 108 million to 422 million. Say the rise, says it mirrors a global increase in the number of people being overweight and obese. Among the World Health Organization's key findings were about exercise. So they say that in 2010, nearly a quarter of adults 18 and older were classified as insufficiently physically active. Even more alarming were the figures on inactivity among adolescents, with 84% of female adolescents and 78% of male adolescents falling short. In 2014, almost 1 in 4 adults over the age of 18 was overweight, and more than 1 in 10 were obese. And they say which countries are affected. They say Western Pacific, Africa, Southeast Asia. It's interesting. This all kind of mirrors these different regions of the world adopting the Western diet, which I think has had a lot to do with it.
Well, they're going from wood stoves and throwing the minerals into their gardens, wood ashes, going to electricity. They're all running out of the minerals, okay? Now, quickly, you said how many billions were spent each year for diabetes?
827. You could buy a lot of healthy blood sugar packs for that. 827
billion?
Yeah.
Wow, that's almost $1 trillion every year. Okay. Well, it turns out that type 2 diabetes, which makes up 98% of the diabetic population, Doug, is caused by deficiency of a single mineral. We've known that for 80 years, and it's very, very simple. We can, using the 90 essential nutrients and, of course, lifestyle changes, we can help people eliminate type 2 diabetes. We can take them, they've had diabetes for 30 years, in 30 days, their type 2 diabetes is gone. Okay, their blood sugar is below 100 without medication. It's an amazing thing. It's not genetic in any way, shape, or form. In my big projects with the National Institutes of Health, I used to find type 2 diabetes in crocodiles and alligators. Hello? It turns out that all vertebrates deficient in that one mineral will get type 2 diabetes. Very simple. We can eliminate diabetes in the world in less than 2 months if everybody would just follow our program. It is that simple. We'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Cincinnati, Ohio, and Niki, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Niki, you're on the air.
Hello, doctor. I have a question regarding about the protein intake for my husband, Habib, who has end-stage kidney disease, and he already started the health supplement yesterday. Now, currently, he has a high potassium and phosphorus level, and he's taking prescription medication to reduce the phosphorus level. Now, some time back, doctor did mention about consuming eggs. Now, my question to you, doctor, is that can I give him a soft poached white egg rather than the egg yolk? Because I was reading online that the egg yolk has higher phosphorus level.
Okay, how much does your husband weigh?
He weighs about 180 pounds.
Okay. Now, does he have any history of joint noise, like when he squats down, his knees pop, or does he have a back problem?
No.
Arthritis?
A back problem, yes. Back problem, sometimes he does have it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you have to appreciate the reason why phosphorus goes up in people's blood is because they're consuming too much phosphorus and not enough calcium. You have to have the proper ratio on your intake of these minerals. You're supposed to have 2 times as much calcium going in as phosphorus. Well, most people take in 5 times more phosphorus than they do calcium, and this is one of their problems. This is why people get arthritis and osteoporosis and kidney stones and muscle cramps, all this kind of stuff. And so your husband, especially if he's on dialysis, you have to appreciate dialysis takes out all the good stuff as well as all the bad stuff, okay? And it just messes everything up. And so, jumping back here to your question on the eggs, I would not give my worst enemy an egg white omelet or just an egg, scrambled egg whites. The nutrition of the egg is in the yolk. Egg whites are nothing but protein. And so people should be eating whole eggs with the yolk, okay? You just have to remember there's thousands of failed medical theories every century, and the 20th century and 21st century are no different. Again, it should be a felony for doctors to give nutritional advice, whether it's diet or if it's micromanaging individual nutrients. So they're going to get it wrong every time. The best way is to give the body all 90 essential nutrients and let your body sort out what it needs. But if you don't give the 90 essential nutrients in optimal amounts of each one, as when people do when they cherry pick, they take a lot of one thing because they think it's good for them, and they're making the deficiencies of the other ones worse. And so most of the time, these guys get it really, really badly wrong, and this is, again, should be a felony for them to give nutritional advice unless they take some kind of course for 4 years in nutrition and how it affects biochemistry of the body and the genes and DNA and so forth. So at any rate, your husband is given the program. Call me every 2 weeks, anytime your husband goes in for blood work for his kidney function, and call us back, give us the information. We'll walk you through this. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
Let's head to Maryland, and John, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, John, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Spoke to you, I think, in October, and I've developed an issue. Well, it's been quite a while since I've had it. And I went in and saw a doctor. I've had roughly 4.5 to 5 years, 2 problems. I've had pulsatile tinnitus that sometimes goes away during the summer.
Okay, stop. I didn't, after all that 3 minutes of talking, when you got to what you had, I didn't hear what you had.
I'm sorry. After about, I've had pulsatile tinnitus that goes on and off, and it's mainly
I'm still
been
missing.
on
I'm still missing it. What health problem do you have? Say it slowly. Say it slowly and loudly.
Pulsile tinnitus. So a pulsing sound.
Okay, you have tinnitus. Wait a minute. You have tinnitus
Yeah.
ringing in your ears?
Well, pulsing. Yeah, just kind of like a vibration.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And
yeah, okay. I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, and then I had an X-ray on my elbow. I've had some baseball injuries. My elbow has excessive bone growth on it, and so then the final issue.
Wait a minute. Would you call it a bone spur?
No, just the X-ray tech said that there's excessive growth of bone in my elbow, so I cannot fully extend my elbow.
Okay,
so
the bone is enlarged in the elbow. Okay.
Yeah.
And now let me ask you a couple of questions here. How much do you weigh?
175, just under 6 feet. I have lost about 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
And then my final issue, and I think it's all related, and after talking to the urologist, and I spoke to you about this in October, Peyronie's, I think what happened was there was, during intercourse with my wife, had an injury, and a cytokine response developed the Peyronie's plaque, and I'm thinking it's all interrelated.
Probably. Okay, well, let's see here. Well, Peyronie's, of course, for our listeners, is when the penis, instead of being perpendicular to the body, when you have an erection, it goes one direction or another, could be 10 degrees, 45 degrees, or even more. So normal intercourse with that sort of Peyronie's erection can be sort of complicated, to say the least. When you have an enlarged bone, this is almost always due to osteoporosis or fractures. Your bone actually gets bigger when you have osteoporosis because the connective tissue, the bone matrix, tends to build up there, trying to call in more minerals, but also trying to maintain function. It's not unusual to restrict range of motion. Okay? Now, tinnitus. Shar, what causes tinnitus?
Lack of calcium, because it's actually a lack of calcium because your parathyroid gland has robbed calcium out of your skull area there.
Yeah, so you have osteoporosis of the skull, and the skull is enlarging, especially in the areas where the nerves, the auditory branch of the eighth cranial nerve is going through tunnels and is filling up with the same tissue that's in the elbow. So it's all related. Shar is exactly right. So get your pencil and paper ready, and Shar and I will be back, John, and we'll tell you how to deal with your problems after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to Marilyn and John. Okay, Shar, what would you give John for his multiples of problem, and what dietary thing would you do for him?
Well, I'd get him on a gluten-free diet for sure, but I'd also give him 2 healthy bone and joint packs.
Okay, very good. 2 healthy bone and joint packs. And I would also throw in either the citrus vitamin D3 spray or the little capsules. I like the capsules come on the road so much. I can't take liquids with me. It weighs too much and spills, and the TSA guys get it all over my clothes. And so I prefer the little capsules. I would ramp up on his vitamin D3, have him take about 10, 15, 20,000 international units a day. You're exactly right. On your dosage, I would give him 2 healthy bone and joint packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day. And the Peyronie's thing, this could be, of course, due to, as he's mentioned briefly, plaque in the arteries on one side, because there's 2 sources of blood coming into the penis, one on the right, one on the left-hand side. It could be one side has plaque and not much blood flow on that side, and so the other side is going to be a dominant side and push the other direction. It can also be because he shrunk 3/4 of an inch, and he has degenerative disc disease and smashing the roots of the spinal nerves in the lumbar area that kind of control what goes on in the pelvis. So those are all possibilities. And so Shar is exactly right. John, you want to get on a gluten-free diet, no wheat, bran, and oats, stay away from carbonated drinks. So we don't want to neutralize. We do not want to neutralize your stomach acid because we want more acid so we can absorb more minerals. And when you have pain, you can use the CM cream topically on your elbow. You can put a half a teaspoon of CM cream down in your ear every morning when you wake up with a Q-tip like you're trying to get wax out of your ears, and this can help with the pulsing tinnitus. And give us a call every couple of weeks and let us know how you go, because with a dietary change and a supplement program, you can see some wonderful, wonderful improvements. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's go to Louisiana. And Connie, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Connie, you're on the air.
Yeah. Hi,
Hey,
Doctor.
how can we help you?
My mom has a problem with the platelets. They are low.
Okay, how old's your mom?
She's 86. She's about
Okay.
123 pounds.
Okay. All right. Does she have any other issues? Does she have any skin problems, dry skin, eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis, rosacea?
Well, she had a thyroid removed, and she has osteoporosis and some shoulder pain. She says she's having, but no rashes or nothing.
Okay. Well, when you have low platelets in a person 86 years old, there's almost always says she's got osteoporosis very severely, which, 86 years old, not supplementing properly, took her thyroid out, she's got osteoporosis, her shoulder hurts. And so, Shar, what's happening here? Why is she not making enough platelets?
Probably because she's got osteoporosis so bad her bone cavity's filled with that peanut buttery stuff, so she can't make blood anymore. Platelets.
Okay, very good. You're exactly right. When you have osteoporosis, the bone marrow cavity in the bones, where the platelets and red blood cells and white blood cells are manufactured, begins to get filled up with bone matrix. As Shar says, it's kind of like peanut butter, and it fills up the bone marrow cavity and actually squeezes out the cells that make platelets and make red blood cells and make white blood cells. And so these things are due to, and she may be on the borderline of anemia all the time, even if she's supplementing, because her cells can't get enough iron, folic acid, B12, copper, the other stuff that are specifically necessary for hemoglobin production, simply because the bone marrow cavity is being filled up with this bone matrix. This is reversible, but it can be a really severe problem where she's going to need transfusions and this sort of thing. So what would you do for her, Shar? 123 pounds.
I'd give her a healthy bone and joint pack and make sure she gets, cleans her diet up, obviously.
Okay, exactly right. No gluten. You want to maximize her absorption. So no gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils. And I would give her one healthy bone and joint pack, but since she has really some severe, potentially life-threatening pathology here, and she weighs 123, not 100, in addition to the one healthy bone and joint pack, I'd have her get an extra bottle of Osteo FX Plus so she could take 2 ounces a day or a half ounce 4 times a day. I'd also get her the extra vitamin D3 capsules so she can take one of those or the spray. I'd have her take 2 of those capsules a day, one at breakfast, one at dinner, or she can do a spray down her mouth twice a day. Or she could do one spray and one capsule, or, however she wants to get that 10,000 international units of vitamin D3. And then I would also, what would you do to stimulate stem cells, Shar?
I'd give her, she could take the Immortalium, or she could, Immortalium.
Let's stop there. Yeah, let's just stop there. Exactly right. And at 123 pounds, I'd have her take, say, one of the Immortalium tablets twice a day, one at breakfast, one at dinner time. And that way, one bottle will last her 2 months. And again, I'd have her eat 4 to 6 eggs a day. They can be poached with a soft yolk, soft boiled with soft yolk, soft scrambled in butter, high-quality protein. And, all the bad stuff's got to go away. No fried foods and processed meats, no oils and gluten. And these things will resolve themselves if she's obsessive about avoiding the bad things and obsessive about supplementing properly. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Bryan, College Station, Texas. And Jane, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Jane, you're on the air.
Yes. My question is, what supplements besides Classic and EFAs should my 8 and 10-year-old grandchildren be taking? They're playing soccer, basketball, lacrosse. They're playing a lot of sports, and they're using a lot of energy.
Okay. Shar, what would you do for kids that are taking the Ultimate Classic, which is a great multiple, and the EFA, so they're getting the 90. And so what would you give them in addition to that to deal with the energy need and the need to maintain and repair all these tissues since they're doing extreme exercise?
Well, I would give them the Rebound and some extra glucogel.
Very good. Yeah, Rebound, and you can get it in the cans, which is about 10% carbonation of that of a soft drink. So it's carbonated, but very lightly carbonated compared to a soft drink. Also, we have it in the sticks. You tear off the top of the little pouches, put it in a bottle of water, get the same thing without the carbonation, or it can come in canisters. Be 1 scoop in, say, 10, 12 ounces of water. So they're getting 100 nutrients. Gatorade has 2, Powerade has 6. nutrients, and our rebound has 100. Which one's better for somebody you love? And Char's exactly right. I would give them, regardless of the age there, you could go ahead and make up 1 ounce of the osteo each day, and give them a tablespoon twice a day, which is a half ounce twice a day, so 1 ounce will last them a day. And also, they could either have the liquid glucogel. Again, it could be a tablespoon twice a day with the osteo, or they could use the capsules. I'd have them take 3 of those twice a day, be 2 of the small bottles a month, or 1.5 bottles of the big ones, and because they're going to put extreme pressure on their cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, muscles, and so I kind of go that direction and make sure they're getting everything they need to support and promote maintenance repair with all extreme exercise. Okay, how much time we got here, Doug?
About 2 seconds.
Okay, well, we got to go to one of those message moments. And stick with us. We're going to be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Youngevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's go to Michigan. And Ron, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Ron. You're on the air.
Yeah, 2 quick questions. Regarding toxicity of selenium, I'm taking 9 daily of your
How much do you weigh?
155.
Okay, and what are these selenium capsules?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so you're looking at 100 micrograms, so you're looking at almost a milligram. You're looking at 900 micrograms, and I take more than a milligram. I weigh 152, and you weigh how much?
155.
155. Okay, so we're about the same weight, and I take three times a day, and plus I have all the selenium that's in my Beyond Tangerine 2.0 and in the Immortalium and Synaptive and all this other stuff. And so I'm getting like 1.2 micrograms, 1.2 milligrams a day, which is 1,200 micrograms a day. And I've been doing it for a long time. I've been doing it, for 30 years. Have no problems. And so toxicity, you have to appreciate, is one of those things that doctors always talk about. And, of course, you could, if you took a half a bottle a day and you're taking 5 milligrams a day or 10 milligrams a day or 20 milligrams a day, would be 20 milligrams would be 20,000 micrograms a day. I'd say that'd be excess. You start to get garlicky breath. Your sweat's going to smell like garlic. You're going to lose your hair. You're going to go crazy and be a violent, crazy person. But it's not, in practical terms, people aren't going to do it. Nobody likes to take that many capsules and tablets, and you're just not going to spend that kind of money. And so a guy your size taking 9 capsules of 100 micrograms, you're less than a milligram, no problem.
Okay, second real quick question regarding wheat and oats. If a boxed cereal says it's gluten-free, is that okay, or is there something bad about oats in any way?
Well, I don't believe it when it comes to oats. Even Cheerios and things like that, they say they're gluten-free. There's a lot of granola bars that say gluten-free oats. No. There is no such thing, because gluten in oats has a different name. It's kind of like saying, a projectile coming out of a gun won't hurt you. It's just the bullets. And so the gluten in oatmeal or oats of any kind, whole oats, rolled oats, cold cut oats, any of those kind of things, I get all kinds of questions. The gluten in them is called gliadin. Okay, and so whether it's called gliadin or gluten, it doesn't matter. The protein in oats will cause a very similar type of injury to the villi and the lining of your intestines, small intestines in particular, and you're going to get a gluten intolerance problem with absorption. It significantly reduces absorption. If somebody dies either directly from a gluten intolerance, or they get in a car wreck and you open up their intestines and have a gluten intolerance, their intestines look like they've been eating poison ivy for a salad. It is very ugly in there, and you don't want to go there. And so there's some things you just can't believe on the label. For instance, I eat a lot of nuts, probably more than the average person because I don't eat other snacks like pretzels and things or trail mix because they all have gluten in them. And when it says pistachios, naturally gluten-free, that's quite true. But then you roll over in the back, you look at the allergy section, it says, these pistachios are packaged on equipment that also packages pretzels and trail mix and wheat products. Well, all the dust in that bag is wheat dust. And so while the original product could be gluten-free, you have to look at the packaging processes and so forth, and they're warning you, hey, there could be some gluten dust in here. I used to love to get a certain type of dry fruit and nut mix from one of the big box stores, and I've been using it for 10 years. And then suddenly I'm getting all itchy and the skin's falling off my hands. And I went and I started reading all the labels again. They said, they changed manufacturers, and now it has a warning it never had in 10 years. It says this product is packaged on equipment that also packages products containing wheat. And so I had to give up one of my favorite dried fruit and nut products because they had switched manufacturers, and it was a different type of facility, and it gave me a bad time. So you have to read labels. Don't trust anything when they say gluten-free unless it doesn't add anything in the allergy section on the back label. If you're on a question, contact the 800 number on the package. Well, thank you, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug and Richard. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
Fish has been thought of as a brain food for eons, but it's not the fish that's key. It's actually the essential fatty acids, EFAs, or omega-3s found in fish, called essential because they're necessary for good health and your body can't make them. So they must be consumed through diet or supplementation. Youngevity has developed the perfect supplement in SmartFX, an acronym for Sustained Memory and Retrieval Time, a concentration of DHA and EPA, both members of the omega-3 family, supporting neural path function and cardiovascular health for optimal mental concentration, awareness, focus, and agility. If you've got a mentally demanding career, you're a student crunching for the big test, or just want to maintain health for a sense of well-being, try SmartFX from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Youngevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there, in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the ultimate tangy tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as tangy tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. When you perspire, working or playing, your body is losing more than just water. That's why it tastes salty. But what you're sweating out is more than just salt and potassium, as some sports drinks will have you believe. One of the most well-known sports drinks only has 2 nutrients, and it's loaded with sugar. Some have a mineral or 2 with a couple of vitamins. Youngevity's exceptional sports drink, Rebound FX, is chock full of cancer-fighting antioxidants, a full spectrum of vitamins, plant-derived minerals, and herbs. Rebound FX is a highly absorbable liquid supplement that gives you quick, sustained energy. Rebound FX supports cardiovascular health, immune health, and boosts stamina and energy. Don't short yourself during and after your workout with just a couple of nutrients. Drink Youngevity's Rebound FX for optimal health. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Youngevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels. A formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Youngevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. The antioxidants found in many fruits and vegetables are known to help support and promote good health. Research has also shown that dark chocolate, once known as the food of the gods, is rich in healthy nutrients. In fact, dark chocolate is higher in antioxidant content than any other food. Youngevity has combined a proprietary blend of velvety rich dark chocolate with whole fruit pulp and whole fruit juice extracts from mangosteen, goji or wolfberry, acai berry, and cherry, along with vitamins and minerals, producing a smooth, rich, delectable concentrate called Cocogevity. It tastes so great, I sometimes drink it right out of the bottle or pour it over ice cream. Cocogevity is highly bioavailable, meaning your body will absorb and make use of all of these healthy nutrients. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Numerous studies have shown the link between the intake of antioxidants and disease prevention. Foods and supplements are measured in an ORAC scale. ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity. In other words, the ability to remove disease-causing free radicals from the human body. Youngevity's Cell Shield RTQ has an ORAC value of 15,800 points per serving. Cell Shield RTQ contains resveratrol, known as an anti-aging compound, turmeric, known for promoting healthy digestion, brain function, immune system, and cellular longevity. Quercetin, a flavonoid, is known for promoting healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy lung and cardiovascular function. Remove free radicals from your body with Cell Shield RTQ from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.